play just that day, but he got up every day for the next several weeks, got up early in the morning, ironed his tuxedo, went and unfolded the chair, sat down, and he would play his cello. And a platoon had come marching in, and the captain of the platoon said to him, "Are you crazy, man? Why do you keep playing your cello in this place where we're dropping bombs?" And he stopped for 2 measures and said, "Why are you dropping bombs while I'm playing my cello?" He's able to restore a little bit of dignity, a little bit of hope in a place where people were dying in fear and despair and anguish and confusion. That inspires me. And it makes me wonder, who's crazy anyway? One of the things we celebrate on Easter is that this seemingly powerless love overcomes loveless power. And we see every day, certainly on the evening news and in statements made by heads of state, an attempt to instill heart and fear and humiliation and shame and anger and frustration in the hearts of anyone who will listen, trying to keep us down, trying to keep us always afraid. And in many ways, and I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say that we are very much like the people who are living in the siege of Sarajevo. We are frightened to speak our hearts with love. We are frightened to welcome the stranger in our midst. We're frightened to send our children to public schools. We are frightened to actually speak a word of healing and reconciliation to those who may have a different ideology than our own. We live our lives guarding every single word that we say, wondering if this is going to be a cause of offense, or will it be read as the source of hope that I genuinely pray it to be. And sometimes I fear that maybe loveless power is winning. It's risen. And so we see in these passages of Scripture, we read the particular historical context in which those people encountered the risen Lord. For they lived in first century Judea, where there was a great fear and anxiety, every bit as great and encompassing as ours is right now. And we see Peter speaking with Cornelius and the Gentiles and those who had not encountered the tradition from which Jesus had come, and saying, you don't have to be afraid anymore. How about in the midst of this rubble, we play the cello? We see St. Paul writing to the church in Corinth. And Corinth was the first respectable congregation. They're the first congregation in which were comprised of affluent and educated people, and yet they were very nasty to each other and to the people around them. And it was to those people that Paul had written this, remember that Christ is risen from the dead, and we are different people because of this. That indeed, powerless love, power that we could not imagine. Irving Moltmann, a great German theologian, and his history is really quite interesting. He was a fighter pilot for Germany during the Second World War and had been shot down early in the war, and as a young man he waited out most of the war in a prisoner of war camp in Scotland, where he had an amazing conversion experience, and he had to come to terms with the fact that there was something fundamentally evil about the ideology that had defined his life until that time. He realized that his having bought into the worldview of the Third Reich had twisted his heart. And he wrote several famous books now, The Theology of Hope, How to Believe Again, How to See the World Again. And he wrote on an Easter Sunday in the prison cell that we celebrate our Lord's victory over death. It is not just the physical death that every one of us experiences and the agony that those we love when they pass over the threshold of death cause in our own life. It certainly overcomes that death, but there are many other deaths as well that we experience every day. He writes, death is an evil power in life's very midst. It is the economic death of the person we allow to starve, the political death of the people who are oppressed, the social death of the handicapped, the noisy death that strikes through a napalm bomb and torture, and the soundless death of an apathetic soul. God knows we are a people who sometimes even seem to be in love with death. But our Lord is risen. We can go forth in the world standing upright. We can speak words of healing and love, not knowing how they'll be understood or interpreted by those whom we speak. We can actually challenge those who are trying to constantly make us afraid and say, you have no power over us anymore. We can speak words of love and healing even to those we have been taught to hate. And so let it be today. And I wanted to conclude with a poem that Moltke wrote immediately after his release from the prisoner of war camp. Anyone who makes a person laugh opens heaven to him. Anyone who is patient with another gives him a future. Anyone who accepts a person as he himself is accepted by Christ loosens his tongue for life's hymn of praise. And let us go out from our customs and our habits and learn to hope from the Bible. Let us go out and cross the borders that we may infect life with hope. Let's ignore the borders. Look only to the one who breaks them down. He is risen. Jesus is risen indeed. Blessed be the Lord forever and ever.